60 FPS because of that. My card is my GPU isn't even maxed out. My GPU clock isn't. It's like headers. That's gonna go up at least a gig. Potential sharing link. Kind of just still testing some stuff.
Slayer. Game over.
Aflac came out. See you do that sometimes. The controller. And it was expensive. Alright. So that was what was killing my RAM. Using 2 game capture sources, I think. And a couple other things. Hey, that might help me with repo. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I get some RAM when I get another 16 gigs of RAM. That should help me. What are you doing, Dobby? That should help me. Because my CPU usage is lower on here. It was at like 24, now it's at 17%. At alt tab, and that went up to 70 some percent, but on the CPU. You can get that CPU overclocked to 5. Overclock that CPU to 5 at least, like, if I can make it where the first, like, 2 cores jump to 5, but the rest stay at that 4.6. If I could do something like that. But, I don't know. My RAM isn't maxing out, you know? have spoke too soon.
Slain.
I'm still okay, so I'm still. I guess it doesn't happen.
Gain the lead. Gain the lead.
I did all that.
Gain the lead.
Just gonna kill him. That
On some Halo, I see.
Killjoy.
Okay, so far.
Shit, wait, you're in fucking online lobbies right now. Is this Halo 3?
If I could get a damn shot. Hey. In Discord.
Seeing that earpiece move.
Oh, I can hear you now.
I just figured I'd stop by and say hello real quick. I'm not trying to interrupt the stream or anything.
Nah, you're good, bro. You're good.
Is this 3 right here?
Yeah, it's 3. It's
Yo, the online lobbies are still popping. That's crazy.
This is 1, 2, 3, Reach, and 4. It's
Right,
the
yeah,
best.
it's the Master Chief Collection. I
Yeah.
just wasn't sure which exact one you were playing. The best one, of course, the 3.
Yeah, I agree. At Reach was when it started going down.
Reach was the first one where they changed just enough about it for me to be like, all right, it's getting fishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Kind of like when Gears Judgment came out and Gears 4 and shit. I was like, all right, man, this is the start of a downhill slope.
Gain the lead.
Yeah, no shit.
The lead.
They're all about to hate themselves now because COD's going to go downhill. Well, it's already going down.
I think
Gain the lead.
we kept using a lot of VRAM, man.
Gain the lead.
I'm using this
Lost the lead. Tied the leader. Lost the lead. Tied the leader. Gain the lead.
at night or early morning.
Gain the lead.
Yeah, dude, that's when all this fucking veteran adults are off of work. I'm here slapping the kids.
Gain the lead. Gain the lead.
I actually managed to get a couple things added to my stream. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. You're about to say something.
Where my VRAM is low, but it was
Lost the lead.
have to have
Tied the leader.
and I had 2 game captures
Lost the lead.
under window capture.
Oh, that makes sense.
You would think that
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would matter where where it was allocated from the start. It's still using. It's not like it's using different hardware in your computer. You know what I mean?
right. But for some reason it caused me to use more VRAM. As you can see,
Get on the phone. Let me try to read it. Oh, I see it now.
this 7060 is my VRAM. 40 my system memory.
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah,
It's bullcrap.
it fucking sucks, dude. Like,
I just had to uninstall the stupid update. It was like AI
Revenge.
told you I was coming.
same bullshit with all the every new variant of any
Yeah,
technology
hell.
related thing. They always just add a bunch of shit you don't need, and that's where all the fucking problems come from.
Yep.
In my
Everything's
opinion,
worse
every
online.
Windows after Windows XP has been like just chock full of meaningless shit that you don't need.
Yep. You know, if they do updates, they're supposed to fix things or create more issues or
Yeah. And the truth really is, they just need to build an OS that's or the next iteration of their OS that focuses on fixing old problems and only that.
you gotta
You
shut
know,
up.
don't try to innovate and recreate the wheel if your wheel's already fucking not rolling
Yeah.
correctly. You know.
This whole changing having to do fix that ain't progression. So
Yeah. Like
every
I'm down with changing shit, you know, progression, but like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe
yeah.
change it, but if it's broke, don't try to change shit. Fix it first. You know, get it fucking working correctly. That's why I don't play COD anymore.
Trying to test this to see because I was crashing earlier today. So far, it seems to be good because it's not maxing out my VRAM. So when I get another 16 gigs of system memory, I'll be alright. It'll actually use your system memory if you Oh, my bad, bro.
Yeah, if you overuse your VRAM,
Yeah.
it'll just start pulling power from. Hell yeah, that's dope. I got some crazy good news, bro. I spent all day yesterday on Twitch, but not streaming. With a friend of mine, I set a friend of mine as a mod and as an art as a editor, and gave her full access, you know, passwords and everything to my shit. She can do whatever she wants
Yeah.
because I don't have a PC right now, and she put like she didn't do a whole hell of a lot, you know, because I don't have OBS and I can't fuck with shit a lot anyway right now. You know, if you want to integrate something that I can't change myself, you know, if I need to. But I've got like the Pokemon community game now, a couple
Yeah.
other commands,
It's nice to
something for
have.
the chat to fucking, you know, interact with.
Yeah. That's why I added all that. I
Yeah,
started
bro.
adding
Like,
all that. I'm at my limit though. Like I can't. I don't really have anything else that I can think of that I want to add. But
I just need
I
to hit
just
affiliate, and then I'll have a bunch more shit I want to add, like, you know, blurb and shit like that. I
yeah.
want to throw bot Rex on there. I like that bot you
Game
have that
over.
whenever you shout people out, it gives a shit ton of detail.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I looked
Frosty.
into that yesterday, and it's a pay for bot, isn't it? Like you got to pay for it.
It has a free version, which is why it says the cooldown for 20 minutes or whatever. It's like it
Well,
only
fuck
does
yeah, that's
one
fine though.
shout out every half hour. That's all detailed like that. It uses
Oh,
an
okay.
AI thing, and you can use different like personalities. I chose Hulk Hogan for a little bit, then I changed it to Film Noir.
Fucking brother in every post it makes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would have got it. That would have
sometimes
got
it just
annoying.
is funny. Yeah,
Yeah, man, I actually took a lot of inspiration from. I kept thinking of what your stream looks like yesterday when I was talking to Homegirl about like, you know, what things they might be able to do with mine in the, you know, for the time being. But she's also sending me a Chromebook. One of my friends from back home, she's sending me a Chromebook. She doesn't use anymore. It's not going to be top of the line shit, but it's something I can throw a capture card through and run OBS on.
yeah, yeah,
You know, like that's a great start.
yeah. I got this little cheap capture card off. Oh, I got it off TikTok for like 18 with shipping and everything total.
Yeah, you were telling me that. A few other people have suggested that I get those cheap ones too. It seems to be the route most people go with.
Yeah,
Even a few people that suggested have the money to get top of the line shit, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
they're still like 20 bucks Amazon. Works great.
yeah. It only does 1080, but
It's like 1080's fine, dude. You know?
most people can't even watch higher
Snake.
than that because of the resolution.
You're right, you know? And truth be told, between 1080 and like 2160, the difference between that, it sounds like a lot, but to the human eye, the naked human eye,
Yeah,
not a huge
yeah.
difference,
You
you
gotta
know?
like zoom in and all this.
Yeah, like you're not counting pixels with your fucking eyeball. You know?
It got hot in here since I closed the
Got hot in there? Is it already fucking hot in Tennessee?
Yeah,
I wish. I wish it'd get hot here.
it was 80 degrees on Friday, and it's supposed to be 80 degrees on Wednesday. I don't know.
That's like my perfect favorite temperature for summer is like 88, 85, dude.
Yeah, for summer.
But dry. You know, I don't want it to be wet like it is there. That humid bullshit,
Yeah,
that's for the birds.
where I can get Pittsburgh. So much. If I can get her to come to Pittsburgh to pack up and move to Pittsburgh, I'd be back in Pittsburgh real quick. Come on, Lord, come on. He must can see like a beast.
Pittsburgh. The weed bill of smoke just hit me, and I don't know where the fuck Pittsburgh is all of a sudden.
Pennsylvania, damn it.
Yeah, I'd be down for Pennsylvania. I don't care what the winters are like and what the summers are like, as long as just the humidity level. Where I'm at, I want it to be either dry cold or fucking dry hot.
The people there seem way overpriced and shit compared to anywhere.
Especially on the east side of the country, bro. I've realized that moving around the country. When I first left, I thought, you know, I moved straight to Washington State. Growing up in Tennessee, I was just, you know, indoctrinated in knowing for sure that all the three western border states that border the ocean were just like some sort of fucking shithole, you know.
Yeah,
And they're, you know, really everywhere in the country besides the few states in the southeast that are just so locked in the 1940s.
I want
Like,
kids to be able to be around, and they're getting older and stuff. I want them to be around different types of people.
right, hell yeah, dude. It's a life hack to get out of your hometown, if you will. You know what I mean? When I moved out here, dude, out the west side, it took me like about a week's worth of, you know, going to school out here. I was still in high school, about a week's worth of going to school, and I was like dead set, never moving back east. You know?
Sorry, buddy, you think you killed.
Even out here in Oregon, every time I tell somebody back home I live in Oregon, they're like, oh man, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I don't know why. It's way better than where you live. You know?
Oregon seems
All that shit. Yeah, dude, all that shit you see on the news about like Oregon and, you know, shit like that, it's all like,
few people who
Portland
live in
is
Oregon.
where every bit of the bad shit comes from in Oregon. Like, any crazy story with a title that says in Oregon, it's most likely in Portland where it happened, you know?
Yeah.
And that's any super, you know, metropolitan city.
Yep.
You know, Knoxville, Portland, Denver, fucking El Paso, Texas. You know, it doesn't fucking matter. Politics and shit go out of play when you got that many people in one fucking spot.
Yep. Everybody.
There's just so many people that are found to be psychos, you know?
Yeah.
That's, Oh yeah, you know, more people making it, more people struggling. You know. But I enjoy it. I enjoy all of it. I fucking, you gotta take to it, man. Embrace that shit, you know.
Yeah, I lived in Larmer, which is like not the best area, but I still liked it there. I asked my neighbor for a couple of eggs so I could make and they came down and handed me like half a dozen eggs. And they're like, just take it. And then
Yeah, hell yeah.
one time when we didn't have any food, another neighbor, they came down and brought hamburger meat and like spaghetti sauce and like just random shit they come with for free.
Yeah, I mean that's good shit, good community shit. That's the shit I like a lot about being out here. It happens on the east side too, you know, you get the southern hospitality shit, but like I don't know where I was at and where you was at whenever you met me in the, you know, in our particular spot in the south. The southern hospitality shit was fucking rare. You know.
The cops suck in Pittsburgh. They're like a mixed bag. They're like
That's every big city too though, you know. That's just
some of them are cool and whatever, and like you know what? A lot of them I noticed don't if they don't want half to take you to jail.
well hell yeah, you know.
Like in Florida, man, it's like they look for an excuse to take your ass to jail.
Like yeah, Florida's one of them states that like where the police are still trained, you know, every bit as classic as they can be. You know, in states like Florida and Texas and Oklahoma and shit, they make a fuck ton of money off, you know, their fucked up judicial system.
Yeah.
When I lived in Denver, man, it was crazy. Oh, sorry. Do what?
Pittsburgh cops will beat the hell out of you. They don't play.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I've seen videos of that. It's always either Pittsburgh or the videos taken in like LA or something. I know LA cops don't fuck around either, apparently.
Game over.
Hey, Shadow.
Denver cops, bro, like, they were straight up. You know, I'd be walking down the street right off the 16th Street Mall in Denver with a, you know, a brown bag with a tall boy in it and a blunt in my hand, you know, and fucking talking to the cops. You know, like they just be like, "Hey man, how you doing? Fucking doing good, dude. Just drinking this beer real quick. Gonna go back in the mall." You know, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we're not gonna bother nobody that ain't bothering nobody. You know, there might be somebody dying of an overdose 2 blocks away. We need to focus on that shit." I'm like, hell yeah.
It's It's funny though with this acting like that because I didn't do it before. Like I never really paid attention to just how much VRAM I've been using. I knew my system memory was being used like a motherfucker. It's because I kept looking at like where it says 599, you know, and not really computing to how much it was adding.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, honestly, I usually hardly ever look at any kind of, you know, nerd stats available unless something's not working correctly.
Yeah,
You know.
I've had some issues here and there, so
The way I see it, this equipment, especially what we have to pay for it these days, if it says it'll run at this speed, you know, it's capable of this, it should be capable of just that indefinitely. And if it fails, you know, completely for good, it shouldn't fail because it was maxed or anything. It should fail because it just wore out over time, you know.
yeah. The funny thing is I'm using the 570. I'm using his brother's graphics card. That is 7850. So he gave me this when he got his.
say the 4070?
No, the 570, the RX
Oh,
570.
570. Oh, okay.
I forgot myself. It's like a. I think it's it's close to it.
Gain the lead.
It's probably like 6, 7 years old. It's
Fuck
still
yeah,
good.
that's how it should be. You know,
I play on
it's still
older
working.
games too. I just have to turn it on.
Always running gameplay quality over fidelity anyway. I don't care if the. Sometimes the shittier graphics on new games help you out.
It's the. Damn, I see that. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I like never slow down like this.
Might be just server lag.
Yeah, because like because I'm playing so late, I'm probably playing with people in different.
It's not like people set their region, you know.
They recommend you use VSync when you're streaming and lock it at 60 because so you don't overwork your stream and to game.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Hell yeah.
And normally this runs like, depending on which Halo, it runs to 300 FPS.
200-300 frames per second.
Yeah.
That's fucking fire. You know. That's the type of shit I like. You know, that's why I run fucking gameplay over graphics fidelity every time. I'll take the highest frame rate and the
I guess
least amount of graphic detail. A friend that just threw a PC together recently, and he put a what graphics card? It was an NVIDIA 40. It was a 4070 is what he put in it actually. Yeah, we just talked about it last night, and I was like, see, man, I just can't do that. If I buy a PC, it's probably gonna cost me over a G, $1,500 easy, and I might as well just go $2,000 and make sure I have, you know, at least the main components that I'm more likely to overwork. I want to get the best ones. But he's running, you know, shit on 120 plus with the best graphics with his 4070 NVIDIA. He swears by NVIDIA now.
because it has a codec, you know, it has an encoder
Yeah.
that is better. It uses less RAM.
Yeah, like it's not just a good graphics card, like it's good for other components in your computer, you know, like it's oriented for, you know, it's catered to what we're using it for.
Well, see, and this is lagging. This is kind of lagging, and it's running. I turned it off. 100.
Trying to watch other people's, their little fucking insignia above their head on the map so I can see if any of them lag while you're playing. That's how I try to tell, like on COD, if I'm the fucking problem or if the server is the problem. Dog, this makes me want to download the Master Chief Collection. Like, dude, we could co-stream this shit and run through the campaigns on like Legendary or some shit. I started Atomfall the other night, and it's
There it goes. You see it now. It's starting to look. Oh, it's all 100.
yeah, I saw it happen.
It's
Damn.
trying. It just yeah. It depends on the path. Well, it's like Repo. Repo is a brand spanking new game. I run that side just fine. It's just it uses a lot of RAM. And using all that RAM, I can't because it uses so
Yeah,
much VRAM.
it's too demanding in just the perfect way for you to be fucked, you know.
Memory too, so.
Oh damn. I mean, it's big and expansive, you know. There's a lot going on in that game at one time. Even though the
Yeah.
graphics don't, you know, exactly look like there would be.
Game over.
Yeah, that's
I can't wait to, as soon as I get this Chromebook, bro, I don't give a fuck what its specs are. I'm just gonna fucking run Steam and play different games until I get to a level where, like, until I get to the top of games where it just won't run them,
yeah.
you know. I want to be able to play at least the trial on Schedule 1, play some Repo. I'm pretty sure it's upgradable as well. If it's upgradable, then I'm in the fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
Especially with me having a console and a capture card. You know, like most of the big, huge games that I want to play anyway. You know, they're released on multiple platforms. So
Yeah, I've
anything
been
that's too
bouncing
demanding that I
between
can't run on
those.
there, I can just run through the Xbox.
Yep, that's what I've been doing with my PS4 and the One S.
Oh yeah, you got a
Games I
1S
want to
too?
have on PC. Yeah, I have a Switch also. Well, technically, I got it from my son. But it's in the house.
The
I
Switch.
got a PS5, but we had I don't know, something happened, and the whole internet, the internet in the whole county went out. It fried our Wi-Fi box, and through the Ethernet cable, it fried my PS5 and my first
What?
1S, and it fried my
That's
Blu-ray player.
insane.
And the only reason I think it didn't hit my TV is because the Ethernet cable I had hooked up to my TV was like super long. It was like 16 feet or something.
Bro, that's nuts that there's enough energy. That's like a crazy energy surge. I didn't even think that was possible. You know what I mean?
And I was talking to somebody, and he was like,
Game
was like,
lead.
which I still need to. He told me to go get, there's some adapters that go under Ethernet.
Uh-oh.
Did you see that lag?
Yeah, but it looked to me like everybody else on the screen was lagging as well. Whenever you stop lagging, the little insignia icons above people were still in the same spot practically in front of you. I feel like it's a server issue.
It's on Twitch though. If I go to pick YouTube, I'll run 60 FPS speed. It's only on Twitch. It might, I don't know if it doesn't pick up.
Which is super demanding, you know. It could be the Streamlabs shit. I've been reading about, I downloaded Streamlabs, and on the phone and was reading a lot about it and fucked with it some. I had to have it for some of the stuff that I've got going on my stream now. And on Reddit, there's a lot of people talking about issues with Streamlabs and Stream Elements being weird.
I'm using the Plus on OBS, but I'm doing that so I can stream.
Yeah, for sure, you know.
So it,
But that also makes it, you know, slightly more demanding,
yeah,
you know. It's another plugin for OBS to fuck with, and OBS is already fucking 90% of, you know, the goddamn issue.
Twitch seems to be
which is 50.
Or, they have issues too. They have server
Which baffles me too. Like this has been the largest, source for video game streamers for, since the beginning, pretty much. As far as what modern streaming is, TikTok's kind of taken over quite a bit right now, but I feel like Twitch could have done a lot better. Especially taking 50% from every affiliate.
And that would go back and then like clicks and people like barring us out of it.
Yep.
One
Fucking
thing I noticed
fucking
about
mad.
this is there's a lot of cheaters.
Oh yeah. That's with every one of these. I play the classic CODs sometimes, every once in a blue moon, and it's the same way there. The servers are back up and running, but they don't give a fuck about them. That should actually piss me off. Actually, when the COD servers went back up, everybody was so excited, and then I got on there, and the only things that were fixed as far as glitches and shit in the game and hack, shit related to hacking, was every place where I used to get outside the map in multiplayer online games is fixed in every one of the old CODs, almost every spot. However, the cheating is still there. Everybody's hacking.
Nobody really talks
Lost the
about it
lead.
anymore either, but it's because everybody's afraid to get banned. Microsoft will ban the hell out of
Tied the
it.
leader.
PlayStation will too.
Yeah. I've found that it's I'm on my third strike out of 5 right now for the year on Microsoft, and I've found that you're a lot less likely to get banned for verbal chat. You're never gonna get banned for audio chat unless somebody reports you, and with the text chat, if I'm talking to somebody that I've never spoken to before, like if I beat them on a race on Forza or conversating about shit, I don't even general discussion, I'll misspell every curse word just in case. Because people will bait you. People will talk to you, and they'll bait you, and you'll say like, "Come get that ass whipped, boy. I'm over here. Let's run this." And then they'll report you, and it's happened to me a few times.
Oh, I thought I had him with that shot. Yeah. I've actually never banned PlayStation, but I've seen other people that have.
Yeah, I got some homies that, they're constantly chat banned for verbal shit. Obviously not homies that I play with on stream, or hardly ever anymore because they're too fucking wild. But yeah, I've never been voice chat banned. It's always text chat. And I'm not even mean. It's not for like saying fucking slurs or anything. It's always like, texting somebody, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. People get butthurt and if they not about streaming or trying to watch because that TikTok they put me on a 3-day ban. I appealed and got it. They put me on a 3-day ban because I was messing around with some chick. Person that her name was Jessica. And I was doing something, she came out of nowhere and just blew me up, and then she went running across my body, and I was like, Jessica, you bitch. And TikTok they shut my shit off.
Oh, yeah.
They
TikTok being as modern as it is, and is it's got top of the line bot security. I imagine. Yeah, you didn't even have to get reported. TikTok just flagged that as sexism or something.
Gender violence.
Yeah, same shit. There's new terms for it every year, but same shit.
I was like, what do you mean? I appealed it and they approved it. This,
Yeah, they should. Any real person would listen to that audio clip and be like,
yeah,
that ain't nothing.
Second Life, he got banned for like a week one time on TikTok because he told a bot to suck his dick.
See, that's funny. That shouldn't ban you either. You're talking to a bot. You know what I mean? I just feel like shit's a little bit too uptight sometimes.
That's what, actually he got
Not as
banned.
much
He
freedom.
got banned on TikTok again because somebody told him, or
Slain.
it was because he has like I do the talk text or the speech to
Yeah, yeah.
text to
Chat to speech.
speech. Yeah, he has that too. So, and somebody was saying something, people coming in and saying dumb
Oh yeah, that'll get you
Lost
fucked
the
up.
lead.
You
shit.
can
And
appeal on Twitch too, can't you? If you get banned for
yeah,
something.
yeah. So TikTok
Good.
banned him. He got I don't know how long, but he ended up getting a ban, and he appealed it and they denied
Bullshit. Did he ban that person from his chat whenever they were talking shit like that?
Yeah, they were on Twitch though. It was
That's
Attack the leader.
bullshit, dude. Like,
yeah.
I feel like if somebody's in your chat talking to them, I don't care what they say.
Lost the lead.
He bought part of it. I know they did. That was the whole thing. They just wanted it to be.
Yeah, and I love that. I just want it to be an American that I think has, our gamers and streamers'
Lost the
best interests
lead.
in mind and not just money. You know.
Now, if you say anything bad about the Trump administration, shadow and stuff.
That shit's weird to me. All of it. I think we should be able to treat our politicians, a lot different than we do. Like when our senators fuck up and shit, there should be mobs outside their offices throwing
Yep.
fucking rotted fruit on their cars and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like real human shit, not just some black and white fucking political garbage, red white shit. Like if somebody's in your chat saying whatever they're saying, and you take it upon yourself to moderate correctly and you ban them from your chat, you shouldn't get banned, and if you do, you should appeal it immediately and get approved. Because like you did the right thing,
Get it killed, get killed, get killed. Oh, I'm by myself now. This is about to get really fun. Jeez.
And that not being able to bash the, your elected officials gets to me. I hate that shit. It's like my least favorite thing about when I was in the military is you couldn't say anything negative that pertained to the commander in chief.
Yeah.
I ain't liked none of them since I've been alive, really, because they're all politicians,
Hey, come
So
on, all
that
for
took
you.
off
Let's
like
make
half of my
let's fist fight.
conversation. Do what?
I was telling everybody, let's fist fight. 4 against 1. Let's go.
Shit, you're supposed to give these out? That's bullshit.
They're like, no, they're just gonna kill. Look, see him up there? That was stupid. Jeez.
Start harassing them. Just start. Let's fight in the middle. I'm coming out. Come to the middle. Don't shoot me. I can see if it'll work. I don't know. I got a lot of patience. I'll do that shit in the game fucking over and over until it does work.
I don't want to get banned, man. They do 15-minute bans now. Your first one, and then your second one is a half hour
For what? For quitting the game?
for quitting, betraying.
This is Halo 3. There shouldn't be any rules. Fucking too old to care. See, that's
343.
wild. They don't care enough about the servers and players to stop hacks, but they care enough to stop you from leaving the game.
Best ruined Halo.
Fucking bullshit, dude. I never did play Halo much multiplayer. I played what's that fucking Michael Myers type shit? The zombies or whatever. One person spawns with a plasma sword or a gravity hammer, and the rest of the people try to run and hide.
Yeah, infected. Oh,
Yeah, whatever they called it on Halo. I used to play it for that. That shit was
Killjoy.
I played these first 3 campaigns probably 100 fucking times though.
I've only played like some of 1's and 2's campaign. I always just played online.
Man,
I never
2's campaign
I own
was
3, but I own 3 but I never played the campaign because I never finished the first 2 campaigns.
damn, man. Honestly, I know they're like related, campaigns are, but 3 is so much. It's such a different part of of Master Chief's story and the way it starts out that I don't feel like 1 and 2 really. You don't need that backstory a whole lot, you know.
Ooh, damn.
If Halo 2 would have been made 5 years, 6 years later than it was, it would have been insane. Would have probably been the best Halo ever.
There
I think
would
all
be
it lacked
part
was
1 right
the. Oh hell yeah! They need to remake all of them. Not a remaster, but a complete remake.
Yeah, these, they look good. They're definitely remastered. This is definitely enhanced.
Oh yeah, and that shit's fine. You know that shit's
Fight.
cool.
Bro, come down here. Let's fight. Oh, bitch.
The remastered shit's cool, but it's just a hit or miss as to if they actually gave a fuck enough to take care of the game completely, or if they just pretty much
5 minutes
like ran a reskin on it. You know,
Yeah.
or just fucking sharpen this up. You know, the movements are all still the same. Things just look a little better. You know.
GoldenEye, man. They had a perfect opportunity. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Is it really? What the hell? 30 to 10? This is gonna take forever.
Spyro trilogy among some of the best remake games that I've ever played.
Yeah, they look.
And they didn't come out as a remaster either, though. You know, they came out as a full, they were released as their own thing because it wasn't a remaster. It was a completely redone video game. I gotta find a damn ladder. Give me 1 second.
What? I'm just gonna keep killing myself. Ah. Goodbye.
back. I've returned.
Fix the crash issue though. I'm still using a lot of RAM, but it definitely opened up.
I even asked about the phone book I get sent. I should have. I know that's when it gets here. Initially, my plan was as soon as I get any PC at all, I was gonna go ahead and just focus on making the stream like a lot like yours and all was actually with the little stream editor at the bottom and shit, you know,
Yeah.
visual effects, other stuff to look at, you know, keep people intrigued. It seems though that I'm pretty sure I'll probably end up focusing most on just chatting around and things. And try to get a better PC or upgrade this laptop that I'm getting. Things that don't take up a whole lot of you know power, a whole lot of RAM.
1 minute remaining.
One of them just had to kill themselves or quit. But at least
Wait.
it's running.
We had a player. I was playing
30
Fortnite earlier
seconds
today,
remaining.
and we were the last two squads. We killed 3 out of the last squad, and there was 1 left. And I watched him leave the damn game, dude. It was awesome. Bitch came out from behind a tree, looked at me and the squad, and just left.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see.
Game
Multiplayer games do you
over.
play ever?
Do I?
What other multiplayer games do you play besides like Final Fantasy and like Halo?
I like Diablo. It's hard to say. I don't know. I like Rocket League. Some. I like
Rocket League's fun.
Rocket League just fine. It's fun. I like Minion Masters is cool.
Never even heard of that. It must be a Steam thing,
No.
or at least a PC only.
It's a
What? Let me
free-to-play
go to
game.
this.
It's made by Blizzard.
Well, then shit, it can't be too awful bad.
I think it's made by Blizzard. I'm pretty sure it is. Looks like it's made by
What's it?
Blizzard.
What's it called again?
Minion Masters.
Let me look this up and check it out. I've been trying to expand my multiplayer repertoire.
It's like kind of like a real-time strategy game with like cards that you like summon monsters with, and then you have like one main boss like on a base, and you have to send your monsters over and attack their base before your base gets destroyed.
Okay, shit.
It's simple. You can play it with one hand. Like, it's simple as hell.
It's like a weird revamp of a tower defense type deal. Like instead of tower defense, you're just summoning monsters, and that's pretty dope. I like it. Seems like a comfy, cozy game, you know, low stress level.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because like this game sometimes stresses me out, man.
Hell yeah, because you're actually sweating on there. You know?
Overwatch, that game pisses me off.
Uh,
I'll straight up rage on that game. I quit one time, like, because I was like, man, like, I don't understand. Like, every time I come back to life, we're supposed to go over there, right? But as soon as I get there, I come around the corner and I'm getting jumped or like I'm getting killed. I shoot them
yeah.
like 20 times in the face, but I die in 2 shots. Like, that game just pisses me off. And then they were
Yeah.
like,
I realized
"Oh,
that
well,
those.
you know, you're not really supposed to, you know, blah blah blah. You're support. You're supposed
Yeah,
to
like your
kill."
character's a support and all this other
I don't
bullshit. You
want
know,
all
yeah,
that
like
extra
that.
shit in a shooter. All I want to do is blow each other up.
I played Overwatch some, but I only ever played it if I had a full squad of people that I knew. You know, because then you learn your teammates. That's a big part of those games where, you know, the the different characters you run
Yeah.
have different abilities, and you need to have good teamwork. You know what I mean? Same thing with Marvel Rivals. It looks fun as shit, but like, I won't be playing it unless I know a full squad worth of people that are playing it. You know, where we can
I can't do the
all
like
get locked in.
too fast paced too. Like I get motion
And it's fair too.
Some of them games make me sick as hell. Payday.
I just get like mentally overwhelmed with stimulation. You know,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think that's what it is too.
like trying to learn a game, its basics, plus you're trying to learn, you know, which character you play best with and what they all do,
Yeah, you can't
and the
take
maps.
steps
You
without
know,
getting
like,
killed. I just
yeah.
The last time I played Overwatch, I just quit. Like I didn't say anything to my party. I just quit. I was just out.
Like there's a point when it's not really fun. You know, you're not learning anymore because you're giving up. You know.
Yeah, I've said like my new from now on. When I start getting pissed, I'm just
Hell yeah, dude. What I do is, I mean,
we
I
start
don't really
betraying
get
each
pissed.
other. We usually start betraying each other or something.
Sometimes that picks it up and makes it fun again. You know what I mean? My big thing isn't always winning. It's just being able to feel like I'm having fun at the game. You know what I'm saying? I like to do goofy shit on really serious combat games. You know? But yeah, I need to find more multiplayer games that aren't sweaty ass games. I'm trying to keep it to like 1 or 2 actual competitive games, you know, at a time that I'm playing consistently at max. Like Fortnite's just the right pace for me to not be overwhelmed, and this Hunt Showdown game is fucking. It's what I needed. You know, it's slow paced, strategic as fuck, but still super combat oriented. Like it's sweaty, but in a different way. People are running around doing crazy ass 360 no scope shots, shit, you know. Sweaty in a different way.
Yeah, I'm still like the rest
Yeah, those are always gonna, you know, those go down in history as like some of the best, you know.
Me and my daughter played Final Fight the other night, and then I like to play. Well,
Yeah, I've been feeling the nostalgia on some of these retros you play, especially this Halo. I want to go back through and co-op Resident Evil 5 with some players at some point.
yeah, I'll play.
That was my favorite Resident Evil, bro. 5.
The original part 2, incredible connection. Like right
I had
now,
played part it's like PlayStation 1 or something.
we're getting our asses.
It happens. Fuck it. That's when I start doing goofy shit. Seeing it, start changing my playstyle and my weapons.
Like when I was running behind him, that would have been that's the perfect opportune moment to betray.
Hell yeah. Been doing this shit in Hunt Showdown, and whenever like when I first started playing and I realized how toxic the player base is and how serious people are on that game, I was like all stressed out and trying to just be as professional as I could. But like now that I'm comfortable with the game, I'll get on there, and if I get below like $2,000 where I know I'm going to be out of money and use free hunters soon anyway, I'll spend my last 2 G's on loadouts that don't make fucking sense. I'm just fucking hunting for clips at that point, you know.
Ooh,
It makes it fun though. Yeah.
right when I looked at that guy, he sniped me. I zoomed into it and everything. I seen him like 21:30.
Yeah, no shit. It's already 10 something here.
Look, you see how it chilled out in the RAM? Like it backed off
Yeah.
on it too. It wasn't before.
A lot of that might have just been your what server you were on, The majority of that game could have been people that were, you know, closer to a server that you're not, that you're not so
It kept causing me
close
to
to.
crash. It was like staying high, and then when in the next round, it was just climbing higher and higher until it would crash.
It sucks. It's gonna piss me off. That's one thing that's gonna piss me off about running PC. Is that
Having to pay attention to all that shit. It sucks.
yeah,
But PC definitely has its advantages.
fuck yeah, dude. I might wait on this. Well, I probably won't have the money saved up by then anyway, but I might wait on this generation of X come out. And if it's cheap enough, or if I can find one, find one cheap enough or lightly used that somebody's getting rid of, I'll buy it before a PC maybe and see how it goes.
You can't get a damn graphics card with 16 gigs for less than like 360, 380.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the time I save up enough for the PC I want, even with like a great, comfortable having,
The crazy thing,
the new
my
Xbox console will be out.
7850, I got my 7850. It was 50% off. I got it for 120, and it was 50% off. But like the performance at the time when I bought it, it would be a $400 graphics card now.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
This damn uh,
That's what I'm trying to do. Get like something equivalent to what you got in that time period, but for this time
Yeah.
period. That's what I'm focused most on. Is like I've got like minimal, the lowest bar I can go on certain things, like graphics capability and whatnot, and RAM. But beyond that, it's mostly just I want parts that are built for longevity.
yeah,
With foresight in mind.
Yeah. That's why I can get another 8 gig card that will outperform this card by a lot. It'll run circles around this card, but it's still only 8 gigs of RAM. Like, why am I gonna do
Right.
that?
Yeah.
And then the way RAM is going, like even this, I think the Master Chief Collection came out in 2014, and it's a basic remaster. But yet, as a basic remaster, and it's using two and a half gigs.
See, that's crazy. You remember playing these games on the consoles that came out on back in the day? And you could play online flawlessly with 8 megabytes, 6 megabyte per second fucking internet. And they had shit, the hardware in them was nothing. They were just, systematically optimized, programmed to work right, to work, be catered for games.
I have to and the enhanced textures and stuff.
I feel that. I mean, with a basic remaster, this is one of the remasters I hate seeing right here. I'm happy it got remastered, but then I'm like, fuck, dude, y'all could have spent 6 months on it and really had a good game. A complete, like it would be different in the best way. It wouldn't just be like, this invisible barrier's gone.
Like Infinite, you can find shit, man. That's like
Yeah, like modernize it a little bit, That's why the point of remastering to me is like to optimize things for what we are capable of doing now.
Because you know, 1, 2, and 3 you can't run, and Reach you can only run with the, you know, little boosters. 4 was the first one to have the run button.
Damn, I didn't realize that. I never thought about it. Now that you say that, I can remember playing Halo 3 and being like, damn, you know, games like they all used to be like that too, man. It was crazy. When playing fucking, like, you play a game and you just move forward and it's, you know, that's the running, I guess, but
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude.
A friend of mine.
I remember playing CODs when you couldn't crouch,
Like this,
couldn't lay down.
Too slow. I tried to tell him it must be he has a damn Series S. I tried to tell him crap.
The Xbox Series S?
Yeah, the digital.
I love it for the cost. Yeah,
$100
for what it costs.
You can run twice the resolution. You get twice the system though for $100 more, basically.
Right. I mean, I didn't buy mine retail anyway.
Yeah.
I guess that makes a big difference for me. I paid $150 for mine brand new, and that's after they were.
But yeah, you know, at least it's better than nothing. But like, it's not like it's not enhanced like the Series X.
Oh yeah, hell no.
You see the way this moves like this on, I think it does on the Series X, but I know on the 1S and the Series S, that it runs slow like it originally.
Right, yeah. That's why a big part of the reason I usually set it for performance over fidelity, because, you know, all the help I could get on this fucking console, you know. It's like the eco version of a phone. You get the iPhone or you get the iPhone E, you know, and the iPhone E just runs slightly slower
You see, like
on everything.
You can't do. They added that. You can
Yeah,
turn the sticks in the opposite direction. You can turn around really quick.
that's dope.
Ooh, and now I made myself dizzy. Stop. Hospital. Oh, my health. But it moves quicker. It definitely moves smoother.
Right, yeah. Yeah, they did what they said they were gonna do. A basic fucking remaster. Very little effort.
But I don't know. Of course, they did it just to, you know, just to sell a new game.
Oh,
Make
fuck
more
yeah.
money. Because everybody who has all their old copies should still be able to play them.
They should, you know, with this basic remaster shit. Yeah, that's bullshit, dude. Like, they should just went ahead and went all the way out and remade the whole game, dude. They could have charged more for it, made more money, revived the community. Like, when that Spyro trilogy came out and the Crash Bandicoot, you know, redos.
There's things I don't remember in the original. I don't remember Spawn killed, like, a lot. It's just like getting Spawn. And, like, more things happen, like your gun jams sometimes. It's weird.
Yeah, just evidence of,
Your
you know,
nades
a
don't
careless
explode
revamp.
sometimes. I think he killed himself.
Just about every mainstream. I have very little faith in, like, mainstream top tier game publishers these days. 'Cause, you know, throughout our lives, just about every one of the big ones has failed us at some point in that way. They quit focusing on, you know, making the game correct and taking care of the community's interests.
Has been they took a strategy turn-based game, a strategy turn-based story game, you know, that people play for story and stuff. And then they turned them into action games that like are like Game of Thrones ripoffs.
Yeah, everybody's taking their inspiration from other games and like some of the like Game of Thrones ripoffs. Game of Thrones is not shit in the community. You know what I mean? Like it's not even. Why would I want to take any inspiration from a game that's already lesser than anything in the series I'm working on? Everybody's trying to copy everybody. That's a big part of why I fell into Hunt Showdown so hard recently, bro. Like they just put out a new update, you know, with a new season, like a new Battle Pass season or whatever. And they actually announced that it's a watered down, dumbed down. Do what?
Indie games is where it's at now.
Yeah, dude, because they care about the community still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back when we were younger, all the games were the equivalent of what an indie game is now. You know what I mean? Games were still so young as a whole. Video gaming, especially online, was just still so young that everybody was hungry to please the customer, please us. You know, and have the best, most playable game. Now nobody does that. Hunt just released a new update, and I didn't realize when it came out that the last update, Murder Circus with Post Malone as a collab, had it focused more on like reviving the game's community by adding a bunch of cool shit that people want to try out, and it worked. But then I was expecting them to do it again over and over and fuck us like everybody else. But this update coming out, you know, a year later almost, or like 9 months, 8 months later, they focused almost solely on fixing everything that the community had talked about on their Twitter and on CryEngine's website.
I have issues.
Like the actual event is dumbed down. There's not a new boss, or nothing really, but everything else is getting fixed, and that's amazing.
I can't get into Fortnite. I've tried to play it, and
Fortnite's off and on for me, dude.
I just run around forever looking for somebody and can never, and just, you know, raiding shit, looting.
Yeah,
and
it sucks solo. That's true.
somebody sees me out of nowhere, sends me their house.
Yeah, dude, I can't play it solo. Any of those games, any multiplayer game, I play it because I can play with friends on it. Homies on, I have no fucking business there, you know? Same thing with Hunt, you know, it's my favorite fucking game right now. But, even more so than Fortnite, if you're on Hunt solo, games last up to 50 minutes. Like, you can spend a whole 45 plus minutes in game, and then just get headshotted by somebody in a bush, you know? And fuck that, dude. I don't play hardly any multiplayer games solo, especially Battle Royales. With a full squad though on Fortnite, especially my homies, the aggro dummies, you know, don't care about losing as much as they care about having.
Yeah.
Active.
Our thing, man. You get people that get so pissed too, like you'll lose and don't win. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that my whole life is in this game, and I am not like the Steven Seagal of first-person shooters or something, you know, and can whoop you.
Yeah, I feel that. Looking back, I was one of those people on COD in the early days, though, and it's like cringy when I imagine how I was as a player back then. But I was just too caught up in trying to be the best. But as an adult, like I can tell real quick if this is a game that I'm gonna rise to the top in, or a game that I just need to focus on having fun. You know what I mean? Like, truth is, unless you're making money on the game competitively, then you got no business bitching or even worrying about a loss.
Somebody, I laughed, I couldn't help it, I thought it was hilarious. Cat, it said Reno, please uninstall, because it was
That shit eats me up, bro. I love it.
that, I don't know, it gave me a good laugh. Please uninstall.
That shit makes me happy. When people are mad enough at the game, and I still don't, even if I'm the one that caused their anger, you know, the law, it's still not my fault. They're taking away, they're sacrificing some of their own peace mentally to try and berate me. You know, I think that shit's hilarious. I love it. I actually lost a couple friends on a hunt recently that I've been playing with pretty much since the start. Like they taught me the game. And, you know, when I'm just one of those people who complains about everything, anytime something happens, it's always he's looking for not a way to analyze what we did wrong as a team and fix it, but a way to find out which one of us is most at fault and yell at that person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people try to daddy you on a game.
One dude, I can't help it. We play with. He'll be like, "Oh, where are y'all? Like, I'm getting jumped over here. Like, I'm fighting." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm right there." And he'll be like, "No, you're not." And I'll be like, "I'm watching you from my dead body. Like, I was there. I died before you got me. Like, I was already there, buddy. You weren't on your own."
Yeah, people like that, you know what I mean? And there's like different degrees of them. Some of them are more intense than others, you know? I hate people that just immediately start blaming somebody. Like they don't even know really what happened. You know, especially when they don't even know how they died really. They're like, I got shot fucking somewhere and it's your fault. It's like, buddy, you don't even know where the fuck the bullet came from. But I left these guys game one day after I just left it because I was tired of hearing the shit. And you know, I didn't unfriend them or nothing. Like that shit's weird. I'm 30 years old. I ain't got time to be a little kid and unfriend people because we like had a spat or an argument, you know? We're adults. And they both unfriended me the next morning and like unfollowed my Twitch and TikTok and everything. And I messaged one of them and was like, hey, what the fuck happened? And he hit me up and was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, you get better at the game, hit us back up. I was like, that honestly makes me feel way better. I thought I did something wrong.
Like, you know what?
And when it's a young person, like a kid, you know, I remember when I was, you know, 16, 15, that's the best I'll ever be at fucking games, especially fast-paced combat competitive games. When it's a kid doing it, I almost understand it more. I'm like, you know what, you might have a chance to, you know, turn this into some kind of notoriety, you know what I mean, or at least make it to the top of the leaderboards once in your life, like I used to. I get it. Dude, yeah. Fucking so bad. I can't play like more than one or two competitive games consistently.
I'll have to like.
Yeah, dude, same fucking shit here. It drives me up a wall. I'll play Fortnite, like only Fortnite for a few weeks, you know, and I'll get so fucking, like I'll get comfy and good with it. And then I'll go to another game for like a week, dude, and come back and it's all, I'm back to square one.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's also why I've concentrated more on like the RPGs now and stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. They're, for an adult, I feel like they're a lot more fun.
Yeah, they're
You know, I don't want to just kill people. I want to interact,
chill.
make my own way.
I hate when it does that.
That
It sticks
that
with
Atom
us.
fall, bro. Sorry, go ahead.
Sometimes it sits at that loading screen for too long.
Seems like Halo
I
needs a server
actually
revamp.
only got on because I was trying to fix my crashing issues while I kept getting back on. My average for today is gonna blow. Well, technically for Sunday, for Saturday or for Monday, it won't be that bad.
What, your viewer count?
Between 4 and 5 because it's after midnight. It'll be like 4.5.
All right.
get my
I
ass
didn't think
ready
about
for
that.
bed. Yeah, it's 1:41. Normally my ass is, well, I'm not asleep by now, but because I don't sleep for shit. But I'm trying to go to sleep normally by now.
You got something to go fix tomorrow?
Yeah. Uh, where a roof leaked, gotta go in and clean it up, fix it up, and redo the popcorn and paint that section again. It shouldn't be a full day, man. It should not be, but like
No, hell
4
no.
hours because we did the whole thing in 2 days when we had to fix it before. They didn't think it was leaking anymore, so we went and we fixed it, and then lo and behold, it was leaking. So we had to fix the roof on that place and make sure it wasn't going to leak anymore. And now we got to go in and fix the ceilings again in the nail salon, which sucks because we got to cover everything. We got to like section it off with like plastic, and it's
Oh
just
shit, yeah.
it's a pain in the ass, but it really
Fuck it
shouldn't
though, still
take
good
that
business for
long.
y'all.
Yeah. It'll
I
be
love when
nice
people go
day.
cheap
It
on a
should be
project.
like it'll be one of the days where I'll probably work like 3 to 4 hours and make $100. So
Fuck yeah, dude. That's good shit.
I just I'm really actually kind of hoping not to go because I gotta go see that damn attorney tomorrow. I was supposed to meet him at 6 in the evening, but I want that shit done.
Well, fuck yeah. If it's only gonna take you a few hours at work, shit, you know what I mean? Do you have to be there at a set time or can you go earlier?
Oh, I'm gonna try to go earlier.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, go as soon as somebody with keys to the building is there, what? Show up, leave by goddamn 10 o'clock. I miss that, bro. I miss getting off work earlier in the day, especially
Usually,
running 10s and 12s, dude. Like, when I used to run 12s in Denver and I'd go in at 3:34 in the morning. You know, first one there, get a third of the day's fucking work done in my section before everybody else get out by fucking